Frustrated by its failures at fomenting trouble in India, Pakistan is using all tricks in its book to unleash violence in the country. But the vigilant Indian security forces have been successfully thwarting all its mischievous agendas. Recently, security forces busted 3 terror modules in Jammu and Rajouri district and recovered several arms and ammunition from different locations of the region. A report.
Unveiling Pakistan's devious agendas in Kashmir, Indian security forces unmasked Lashkar-e-Taiba terror network and arrested 7 terrorists in Rajouri and Jammu districts. Numerous guns, ammunition and explosives were seized from various places throughout the Jammu province as a result of the terrorists' confessions made throughout the inquiry. Security personnel busted 1 module in Jammu and 2 other modules in Rajouri district. 3 terrorists have been apprehended, 1 each from Jammu, Samba and Kathua districts in connection with Jammu terror module. Pakistan-based Lashkar-e-Taiba terrorist Bashir Shezan of Doda had set up the Jammu module by activating Faisal Munir of Talab Khatikan area in Jammu. Munir had 4 to 5 more boys working with him. This terror module was responsible for receiving arms, ammunition and explosives airdropped in Jammu by drones from Pakistan and transport them to park back terrorists in Kashmir. They had received more than 15 drone sorties of arms, ammunition and explosives during the past 2.5 years.
Kashmir has been the target of Pakistan always, and Pakistan has been sending infiltrators into Kashmir to spoil the peace in Kashmir. And targeted killing of civilians and the policemen in Kashmir is a way of troubling and disturbing the peace in the valley. And this is increased especially after the abrogation of Article 370. And this has to be stopped, and the defense forces are taking strong steps to stop it.
While on one hand Pakistan talks big on crackdown on terror and peace in the region, on the other, the country is leaving no stone unturned to disrupt flourishing grassroots democracy and development in Jammu and Kashmir. According to a report of Ministry of State for Home Affairs, 128 security personnel and 118 civilians were killed by Pak-backed terrorists in Jammu and Kashmir from August 2019 to July 2022. However, Indian security forces are thwarting all their devious agendas. As another report of the ministry reveals that there has been substantial decline in terror attacks in Jammu and Kashmir from 417 in 2018 to 229 in 2021, in which Pakistan-based terror groups Lashkar-e-Taiba and Jaish-e-Mohammed suffered the maximum casualties. While 63 LAT terrorists were killed, 24 terrorists were eliminated from the JEM group. Security forces in Jammu and Kashmir have so far this year eliminated 100 terrorists. Of the total terrorists killed, 71 were local, while 29 foreign terrorists infiltrated into India.
Pakistan needs a severe blow, and only then it will understand that sending terrorists to India is going to give very, very bad results to Pakistan. Firstly, Pakistan should be declared a terror country at the United Nations. Secondly, Pakistan should be banned by the entire world for sponsoring terrorism. And India needs to take very strong steps. The Indian Defence Forces need to take strong steps in shutting down the terror training camps across the LOC and teaching Pakistan a very, very strong lesson.
Despite all the embarrassment and name-calling at various global forums, Pakistan continues to use terrorism as an instrument of its state policy. In a sophisticated world where the other countries are looking forward to establishing peace, harmony, and developing new technologies for the advancement of the world's settlement, Pakistan's state policy of terrorism is causing violence and is creating an environment of distrust in the world. Residents settled near the border areas are living in constant fear due to frequent firing along the border from the Pakistani side. Pakistani army generals, who are the real masterminds behind most of the terrorism across the globe, believe that the world won't notice their devious plans. But to their surprise, not only all of their diabolic activities are being monitored, but being given a befitting reply by the Indian forces.